The theory behind a group is that we help people put all of their thoughts and feelings into words, not just the ones that group leaders like to hear. And we're also communicating that as their therapist, we are responsible for the safety and the constructive nature of the exchanges between people. So as you can imagine, people don't always have positive feelings towards each other, and they don't always have positive feelings towards their group leaders and how they run the groups. So part of why I'm offering this is that the most important thing for therapists to be able to do, and actually all people in life, is to be able to tolerate the vicissitudes of all the feelings that we have. As much as there's a lot written about happiness, happiness is something that comes and goes, and real life offers us not always equal doses of happiness and distress. So what we've learned is that mental health is really the ability to tolerate all one's thoughts and feelings. So this is one of the things that you learn in group and you learn in life. And this is an opportunity for anybody who's in the class to learn more about how they handle their feelings, how they handle talking and being close to other people in an environment where they're allowed to learn and make mistakes. Well, one of the beautiful things about modern psychoanalysis for me is that it is not rigid or prescriptive like classical analysis has been, and sadly in some ways continues to be. So what it offers is really an approach to life and an approach to people who are similar and different to yourself, and how to really think about and productively use community. So anybody who is not in the therapeutic world is facing exactly that same thing. How do we deal with people who are different than ourselves? How do I deal with sitting across from a dinner table with someone who has ideas that I find difficult to tolerate? And that the beautiful thing for me about modern analysis is it's not limited to people who study and know the terminology. It's something that you use in life and with everybody, even the people who are close to you. And so this is something that I talk about actively in group, because group is a smaller microcosm of society. And the way in which I ask people to talk or point out observations or make comments has a certain weight behind it. And it can replicate the type of abuse of powers that we see in larger institutions like schools, like government. And that by taking the societal lens to the group, you then speak to and recognize a lot of abuses and traumas that people with marginalized identities have been suffering for years, and unfortunately at the hands of people with privilege, skin privilege and otherwise. And I came up with the idea of something called the valuing self. And that is a part of the personal, or for us, a professional ego, that is a repository of memories and experiences that you've had with people who know you, who are close to you, who work with you, that are positive. And I thought that if we could have some place where we could go when we were struggling with hearing things about ourselves, or failing in our expectations to meet what other people would like, that we could go and say, okay, can I somehow balance out how awful I feel about myself with something that is positive, so that I can stay in the work, in the connection that is going to be healing to the people I'm working with.